for Meng's Martial Arts of Richmond. I am Master Noakes. This is Simo Noakes. And we have Mr. Justin Amix, part of our leadership program here at Meng's Martial Arts. Today we're going to be going over some of the material that can be found in our manual from our adult program. Today we're going to go over the academic material for grade 1, Shaolin Wing Chun. We're going to go over the activities of martial arts. All right, the first one is self-improvement. Self-improvement is given and ties into the overall nature of Shaolin. Everything that we do really is to improve oneself. This is how we also find that we're able to achieve a lot of peaceful nature in our life and really to find success. It's really constantly being on the warrior path of self-improvement. The second one then is health and fitness. Health and fitness also ties in with the first one, with self-improvement. However, we have to understand that sometimes some exercise or some of the things that we do is directly tied with our mental, emotional, right, and physical health. So there's internal, there's external. However, we look at covering the whole entire person. The third one then is combat and self-defense. Combat self-defense, at this point, we have to understand, goes right back to the original nature of Chan. The first of the precepts is to understand and eliminate any illusion. So by doing that, we must understand that as we approach our methods of combat. We group those together and understand that these are the nature of Shaolin. So going back to that, in the original practice of Shaolin, then we must understand the purposes are, and it's multidimensional, is self-improvement, is also health and fitness, and then also combat and self-defense. And that moves us into the fourth one. The fourth one is sport and games. A lot of times for martial arts to survive in this day and age, we generally using combat and self-defense. Today is the day of hot weapons. Generally, that is the most cutting edge of self-defense in today's day and age. So when we look at this and understand that we're still going to be exercising our skill set and testing ourselves, it's usually in the arena of sport and games. This way everything and everybody is safe, and there's also part of it given to what we consider a civilized civilization. Then the last is art and entertainment. Art and entertainment is generally where most people get the first exposure to martial arts. Art and entertainment also has its other challenges. It has one of the larger challenges in the sense that a person has to be able to do something that appeals to the masses, something that ties more into, in fact, people's romanticized or idea of what martial arts is. So with this, you can find it very physically challenging because what may be effective in self-defense may not be appealing to everyone in terms of being able to watch it for entertainment. So that in itself can be an art form. However, in Shaolin Wing Chun, we are a complete system. So we cover all areas at its cutting edge or at its highest level of martial arts. So next, Simo Noakes will be covering the mental skill. The mental skill of first grade.
Mental skill of first grade is willpower. Willpower being defined as the ability to stay focused or hold a mental image for a long period of time. Overall, willpower is you have to have the ability to see yourself succeed in whatever you're doing. Whatever you want to do, you have to see yourself doing it in order to get there. You have to have that image of you being happy and doing what you're doing, so when you come up through those hard times, you don't quit. You can see yourself doing it, you get through the hard times, you achieve it. For me, when I went through nursing school, when I was little, I knew I wanted to be a nurse. I had some health issues that said, no, you're not going to do it. I battled through. I might have a health issue. It might stop me for a little bit. I got right back up, did it again, because I could see myself being a nurse, and that's all I wanted to do.
And with that, that ties into one of the precepts that we consider or we talk about is impermanence. No matter what you go through, no matter what struggle, we'll understand it's just one single step, a part of the steps of becoming successful. So as long as we practice, and we do this in Shaolin Wing Chun, we consciously practice focusing on things and focusing on the things that we're going to drive to. And this is willpower. These are the 3 fighting postures. A lot of people may look at this and see 3 different styles. However, in Shaolin Wing Chun, we understand that this is the body position according to time, space, and energy. Now, according to this will be based off of what your relationship is to the opponent. So, if I need long range, I need to be able to reach as far as I can. So I'll turn to the side, and my body's going upright so that I can reach and I can also maneuver. Mobility becomes paramount. Then, if I look at the human structure is a balance between mobility and stability. So, my feet are just outside my shoulders, and you'll find that both hands are able to be used at the same time. Also, both feet are able to be used. So, whenever we're able to engage the opponent, we can use all of our weapons. Also, the choice of weapons goes all the way even from kicks, strikes, trapping, to grappling. So, you'll be able to use all the weapons in human. Then, earth posture. The earth posture, then at that point, we're really going to have a paramount look at stability. We're going to have to be able to move. However, what we do is we lower our body to get a lower center of gravity. And we're going to be doing grade 1 basic shapes. First, we're going to be doing the basic hands. Chamber, fist, palm, hook, claw. Chamber, fist, palm, hook, claw. Chamber. These 4 hands are the 4 hands that's needed whenever you use a human hand. There's different variations, but these are the general shape. We often call this the nature of the hands. Next, we're going to go into what we call the Yao Yin. The Yao Yin is your body methods. This is the use of 3-dimensional space to move your center mass in order to generate energy. So, feet apart. The first one is the height dimension. Up and down body method. Chamber. Go. Now again, the focus is on the core of the body, right? The next one is front and back body method. This is going to be using the body in depth in order to gain energy. Again, front and back body method. Go. Okay, and the next one, then we're going to take our right leg forward. And we do that to unlock the hip so that we can do full turning body method. And this is the width, the turning body method. Go. Again, the focus is on moving the core of the body. Switch feet. Make sure we move both sides. Okay, good. And then go back to neutral. And then we're going to step forward with our right leg. And we're going to do all 3 body methods. We're going to combine them all. All 3 body methods. Go. And switch feet. And we'll return back to neutral. So now, the hands were the heaven. The body methods, the Yao Yin, would be human. So now we're going to look at the earth. The earth is our stances. This is our relationship to the ground while maintaining balance. These are just pictures of the body and how it would be in transition. So we're going to look at that and make sure that we do all of the basics based off of maintaining balance. So the first one will be horse stance. Front stance. Back stance. Point stance. Slide stance. Cross stance. And then finish. Those are our basic shapes. Okay, we're going to go over the basic footwork, the first 3. The first one that you'll be seeing today is switching footwork. Then you'll see the half step, which is called step slide. Then, after that, you'll see the full step, where the back foot then passes the front foot in order for you to take a full step. Begin. punches. The straight punches we'll go over being in heavy or in the long range. So we're going to be going over the jab and the cross. The jab is shallow and the cross is deep. The jab will get there faster because it's closer. It'll trade off power and energy. The cross, of course, will take longer to get there, but it's going to have more energy once it's there. These tools can be used in multiple ways, which we'll be covering later on in the system. But first, we're going to demonstrate the jab and cross. All right, guys, let's get ready. Sure. So there's the jab and cross. Good job, guys. Thank you. Sir. Mr. Amix is now going to demonstrate the 5 knees. 5 knees will be the leg exercises for grade 1. First, it's going to be forward knee. Good. Again. Next is going to be upward knee. The next knee will be out to in. The next knee will be then in to out. And then now, downward knee. Those are the 5 knees for grade 1. Next, Mr. Napier and Mr. Amix are going to demonstrate the single hand release. We start with the wrist, because the wrist is generally the first thing that's being grabbed when someone's trying to control you. So you'll notice at the end of each of these movements, Mr. Amix will have a clearer position and also control of the center of balance. All right, guys, let's begin. Good. Focus. And respect. Good job, guys. Sure. Next, we're going to enter into the final halt. Final stage is what we call maximum efficiency. This is the stage of Wing Chun. So at this point, we're going to now understand it's based off of time, space, and energy, the maximum efficiency of time, space, and energy. So we're going to now go through the basic stances applying maximum efficiency. Okay, ready? The first one's Yiji Kumyama. Okay. And go. The next stance will be Jingma, which is front stance, applying maximum efficiency. Go. And the next stance will be Daimon, which is low horse stance, apply maximum efficiency. Then we'll come back up to Jingma, and then back to neutral. Okay. Next, we're going to be doing the hanging stance or Halma, but we're going to first go through Jingma and then we'll go to Halma. Ready? Jingma. Open the hip. Halma. And then go back to Ichikami. And those are the basic stances of maximum efficiency Wing Chun. Now we're going to do Sat Ging Sa. Okay, and now palm strikes. High, middle, low. And now Biu Sao high, and then Biu Sao low. Now we'll do Biu Sao, fingers in, high, and low. Biu Sao fingers out, high, and then low. And now, Gang Sa. Pak Sa. Now, Tan Sa. And now, Hyun Sa. We conclude grade 1. I'll be performing swimming time. Shalom,